Welcome to another edition of Mr. Walker's podcast with your host, Mr. Walker, my co-host, Juice, and back again, Scotty, too hotty. What's going on, fellas? Well, we brought Scotty back because the last show that he was on last week, people had a lot of things to say, a lot of phone calls were made, a lot of comments, people felt a certain way. And I want to put it out there before we even get into tonight's topic that I respect the fact that he was open and honest about the things that he talked about. It's a lot of men in this world that, especially in our neighborhood, that wouldn't dare talk about the things that he talked about on camera. I know of, and we all know of, people that stick to dating women younger than them, a lot younger than them. And you know, I appreciate you being on camera talking about it freely. People wouldn't dare to do it because they don't want to come off a certain way. I personally know a lot of people from where we grew up that hunted young girls, especially like even in high school. I had to compete with the older guys that were my brother's age, my older brother's age.
My age?
Yes. So I had to do a lot more to impress the girls that were my age because they were chasing after people like you.
Me, yes, correct.
So thank you for helping me the develop of Mr. Walker, because it taught me to grind harder because I had to compete.
But you didn't have to compete.
I did though, at a high level.
Yes.
I watched and learned and studied every guy from my neighborhood. All the major players, all the guys that was getting it, that was somebody. And thank God I was a part of a family, not just the Walkers, but the people that were actually in my home growing up.
Yes.
Let's go into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is what men really want from women. What are some things that you would really want from a woman that you've never had?
It's a toughie.
Toughie.
Because if you're with that woman, she's obviously giving you something that you want or you need it.
Not necessarily.
Okay, let me interrupt for a minute.
This gonna be rough. Not really.
This is a good topic. I like this topic.
Listen.
Go ahead, you speak first. Go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Let's just say you have a list of 5 things and she gives you 2 out of the 3. Some guys might settle for that. Like me, I never asked for too much. Just loyalty, fidelity, and have my back.
Loyalty and having your back is the same thing.
No.
It is.
So what's fidelity?
Fidelity is just staying true to you.
Well, I said what I said. So I said what I said. But like I said, I never asked for more.
Loyalty and having your back is the same thing. If a motherfucker has your back, then that means she's loyal to you.
But isn't fidelity, you don't trust her, you got somebody searching, make sure it's cheating.
Infidelity means cheating.
And
fidelity is basically staying true to him. That's why I said fidelity and loyalty goes hand in hand.
Yes.
If a motherfucker is loyal to you, then you know she's loyal to you and she's not cheating.
Okay, now
Let's go hand in hand. That's the same answer.
Okay, well.
That's yours though.
Yeah.
Scotty,
Exactly.
what are some things that you want from a woman that you've never received and that you would love from her?
Me, be honest, every woman I dealt with was trust, loyalty, all that good stuff that come with it. So when I deal with a woman, I don't want no lying, no cheating. It's all about trust. One thing in that one page. And I gotta give the same thing to that woman to make it work. So if it's not 50-50, it's not gonna work out. You got men that cheat and do all type of stuff. And some women want, niggas just don't give a fuck. Excuse me.
You're right.
Some women just don't care, and men don't care.
Let me ask you this though.
Can I switch my last one up?
Yeah, you can switch your last one up.
Because he just said something that caught me. I'm going to switch it because you said it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, it is. Go hand in hand.
Bravery.
Okay. Now, let me say this to you. Let me ask you a question. And I hate to get back on the topic that we discussed last week, but since your preference of woman is younger, right? How do you expect to get total honesty from a young woman, right? Being that you take a young woman in, you bring her to a certain status by dating her, right? You give her things. You're a provider. You're a great dad. That's one thing I can say about your ass. You're a great father, right?
Appreciate it.
How is it that you expect these things from a woman, but you date younger women, and with younger women, certain younger women, you have to compete with that crowd of younger people, younger men.
Okay, let me see.
That, right? That's a lot of flash and glitter.
Let me explain something to you. I know every woman I had was younger than me. Don't matter about the age bracket, everybody probably already know by now. But what you bring to the table and what you do with these women and how you keep that atmosphere going, you gotta keep that shit going. When I met my wife, she's younger than me, yes, 20 years younger. But I made the mistake. We still could have been together. But you have to keep that relationship going. What you bring to the table and what you show on the table, and she accepts that and she's riding with you. You have to keep that going.
Something that I've wished that I received from a woman that I've never have. This is tough, and it's a bit personal, but this show is about keeping it 110. I'm not gonna say I've never received it, but I've never received it from a woman that I wanted to receive it from. So with that being said, something that I've never received from a woman that I wish I have is support. I never received support from the woman that I wanted to receive support from. And it's touchy, and I got choked up a little bit because me and my brothers never received support from our parents. And for me, it's so easy to recognize unsupportive people, especially the people that claim they love you. So dating someone, I recognize those signs early, because when I realized I could throw that right jab perfect, or I could shoot that ball, or I could swing that bat, the support that I yearned for wasn't in the stands. Even with guys nowadays that claim they the best father, dog, like paying for shit don't mean shit. You gotta actually be in those stands. You gotta be that child's #1 fan. And because me and my brothers never received that, from my older brother getting a record deal, and prior to that, him being a roadie for big acts, Rakim, EPMD, Public Enemy, when niggas in our hood was getting killed and shot, and our family being who they were, instead of like, and I'm not trying to, my mother was a great mom. She did what she could do.
Her best.
She did her best as a single mother. She went to work every day and provided for us. We always had food, we had a roof over our head. But it was another part there that went missing, that led me to selling that narcotic and shooting that pistol every chance I got. So that's one thing that I could recognize very early in a relationship, or with anybody, so to speak, that claim they love me, is support. I recognize unsupported people very early. That's a trait of mine. I could feel it. I could read it. And I'm sorry to make my answer long and drawn out, but for me, this topic is a very emotional topic. And I'm sure when my brothers see this, they could agree, you know, because of who I am, I became who I am. You know what I mean? With or without support, I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be because of the grind and the hustle, and because of all the OGs I mentioned earlier being around me. So, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
But being me and knowing you for over 30 years now, I seen what you went through. I seen what you did. I was there when you did it. And look, not everything, but seeing you now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm happy for what you accomplished.
So with that being said, what is something that brings you peace and comfort in the relationship?
God is the most important thing.
Knowing that I'm secure. I got somebody that got me. I don't got to worry about shit. I don't worry about where she at, what she doing. She don't got to worry about where I'm at, what I'm doing.
That's not comfort.
I mean, that's
not comfort, bro.
How can you
I'm saying
that's not your comfort.
Yes.
That's not your comfort.
That man that's
not your comfort. I don't know what you've been through as far as that, like interrelationship shit. But me, that's my comfort.
Okay.
Because
I respect that.
Because when I was in the fire department, and I keep saying this shit, when I was in the fire department and I had a girl, everybody knows how firefighters are. Girls, they like niggas in uniform. And we there, drinking for free, playing cards, whatever we doing. So, in and out, girls come in and out. Let me put it that way. So what I used to do was check in. That's what I did. I would check in. Like, babe, yeah, I'm still at the firehouse. I'll be there a little later.
How many times are you willing to check in? I'm glad you just brought that up. How many times in a day are you willing to check in when you are in a relationship?
No, I only checked in when I was in the fire department.
Let me ask you a question.
I was in the fire station.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
How many times in one day, if you outside and your girl is where she is and you are where you are, how many times in one day are you willing to check in with your lady?
There were times I didn't have to check in at all. But
The whole day.
That's not good.
Bro, I had a job. She knew I was at
age?
work, and she was at work.
Okay.
So I'm at work, she at work.
But not that you had to check in. How many times are you comfortable with checking in one day when you're not at work with your lady?
Hold on. Because I'm going to go off now. Because
answer the fucking question.
there was no mandatory time, bro. But the thing is, you're not letting me fucking finish.
Ask you, how many fucking times are you comfortable with checking in with your lady when you are not at work? How many times are you comfortable with it?
Whenever I need to. Whenever I feel the need to.
In a day.
Nigga.
Ask me that question.
I can't answer that.
Let me help him out.
Okay.
Ask me that question.
How many times in a day are you willing to check in?
At least 3 or 4 times a day.
And you're comfortable with checking in?
I have to, yes. If that's my woman, I'm going, babe, you all right? You good? You need anything? Boom. That's it. It could be every 2-3 hours. I'm not going all day without checking in. At least.
No, hell no.
But that's what I was getting at. And
I'm
you
going
never
to
let
check
me
in.
fucking finish.
Nigga, your answer was infinity.
So what?
Infinity plus infinity.
I don't have a number. Go on.
That's a good answer.
Go on.
Fucker. Don't get sassy with me, bitch.
You went around the page.
And don't raise up on a motherfucking chair like you want to do something.
Yo, nigga. I don't have a problem. I have no problem.
Stop running my shit into the ground, yo.
It's the best quote in the world.
Now ask me the question.
Nigga, ask yourself the question.
The question is,
You black motherfuckers is getting on my nerves in this motherfucker.
checking in.
Now we black motherfuckers.
Yo, if I'm doing anything I do, and I got my significant other, I'm checking in. If I'm not doing nothing, I'm sitting there chilling with my fellas, I'm calling my girl or my wife at least be honest, every 2-3 hours.
In a day?
See, a girl that I would deal with, they would say that would be
A day,
annoying.
I'm saying, if I'm chilling with
They
my
say that would
fellas,
be annoying.
and she know with my fellas,
Yo.
I call her twice.
My nigga.
And then I got time for myself.
With me, you getting a breakfast call, a lunch call, and a dinner call.
3.
That's it.
Like,
And on top of that, they don't even have to be calls. They could be text messages. I don't need to fucking pick up the phone to call you. Let me ask you both the question. How do you feel about the quote, happy wife, happy life? Juice, you first.
Keep her happy, then usually you'll be happy. Not every time, not with every dude.
But in the process of keeping your woman happy, what about you? What if you're not happy? Could the relationship still work?
hell no.
We might have to work some shit out.
What?
Whatever it is that I'm not happy about. I said we could work it if I'm not happy.
Okay, Scotty.
If I'm not happy, I can't make her happy. Be honest, it's all about self. If I can't make myself happy, there's no way in hell I can make nobody else happy.
Exactly. And I'm sorry, end it right there. That was good. Because I feel the same way. If you are looking towards me, if you're looking at me to be the man that you need, right? I'm damn near second coming to your daddy, right? Right? And in some cases, depending on the type of woman that you've dealt with, the relationship that she had with her daddy, she's replacing her daddy with you. So the responsibility is on you now. So if you're looking at me like that, right? I need to be happy to provide the best for you. Lifestyle, peace of mind, all of those things. Fuck that quote. any man that you hear quoting that shit at a barbecue, on a podcast, wherever in the streets, is a fucking sucker.
I agree.
Let me tell you something. In order for that relationship to work, bro, you gotta be happy first. To be the best man that you could possibly be for that woman. Fuck that happy wife, happy life shit. Cause in the process, a lot of motherfuckers forget about themselves. And you are chasing the dream or that quote to make this woman happy. But nigga, in that process, but man, in the process, are you happy trying to make that woman happy?
Like you said before, it depends on the type of girl and the situation, because he might have not been happy in the first place.
So
he might not have had no self-love. If you don't have self-love, how do you love somebody else?
Again, that's what I just said. So if you are not self-loved, right, or have I can't even think of the motherfucking word, but you gotta be happy with yourself first, bro, to provide happiness for someone else.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's not gonna happen. And in the process of trying to make this woman happy,
you can't do it without.
You gotta look, listen, bro. I know people right now, I personally know, I ain't gonna put nobody out there. I know at least 10 people in my life right now that are unhappy in a relationship or married with their woman. And that could be from sex. Shorty not fucking like she used to fuck. She not sucking like she used to fuck. She gained a lot of weight. She hanging out more with her friends, her female friends.
Then with you.
She on social media. Mm-hmm. I personally know 10 relationships right now where a man is not happy. And it's one out of the few I named. From family to friends. Mm-hmm. She did all of that shit to get you to the altar or to get you to say, I love you. But after that, she ain't trying to keep it tight and right. She ain't cooking that shit like she used to. She ain't fucking and sucking like she used to.
She ain't doing shit.
And instead of dressing like her age, she dressing like her grandmother. And with that being said, can you balance a relationship with your woman versus your friends? How can you do it? Is it possible?
There is no balance. My woman is my woman. My man is my man. Now, if I date a girl that don't have like no girlfriends or like they don't hang out or shit like that, not even family, something's up. Like that's a what they call it, a red
flag.
Red flag, yeah. That would be a red flag. Like
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Because if I'm chilling with my boys, you should be. If you want to be home, or you can be home if you want, just chill. Or and there's times you should go home. Go out and chill with your girls or your family, your cousins or whatever.
Would you be okay? Your girlfriend, your wife, is hanging out with male and female friends, and don't check in with you, but it's okay for you to be over here with your friends, and don't check in when you decide to check in.
It all depends.
Would you think that's okay?
It all depends on who the friends are.
Why?
Because usually when you meet a female, usually you meet her friends too, soon.
No, not all of them.
The only time you don't meet female friends is when you just a pop for shorty.
Yes. Now,
but he said wife or in a relate my girl.
Yeah, but why should a woman? That's just like with a guy. If you fucking with shorty for real, you'll let her meet your friends and your family.
Yeah.
Because something really might happen between you and this girl. But if she's just a fuck, why should she meet your mother?
Oh, she's just fuck, no.
So it's
There
the same shit
is
you just
no.
asked.
There's no.
And I answered it, and then he's
But I
like,
said if you're in a
no.
relationship,
Okay.
say if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna meet 85% of her friends. I don't know all of them. I am not gonna be able to meet all of them, but the one that's closest to her, I'm gonna meet them.
Okay, you met 85% of her friends, right?
85%.
What if one of her friends was a whore? A few of her, let's say half of her friends were whores. Would you be comfortable with her hanging out with those friends?
If I trust her,
Yeah.
and I feel like I trust her, I ain't got nothing to do with her friends.
You a fucking lie.
No.
You wouldn't talk.
I don't want to go that deep, but one of the ones I dealt with,
Scotty.
when I'm done,
No,
you,
wait,
you
stop.
know I don't lie.
If no, nigga, you do lie.
Oh, that's a lie, right?
Nah,
That's a lie. That's a lie, bro. You're lying, bro. You're lying. If you try to tell me if you fucked with somebody, right, and they have friends that were whores, that you will be okay with your lady hanging out with them people?
I'm not okay with it, but that's her friend. That's her friend.
Of course. That's her friend. But you can't sit up here and tell me that you'll be okay with it.
Like you wouldn't worry, like you wouldn't.
That's just like women. That's just like wait.
Okay.
That's just like women. That's just like women, right? That feel some type of way that their husband is hanging out with their single friend. My cousin, that's like my brother, at the time I was single, and she wasn't comfortable with him being around me. Now, mind you, we grew up like brothers. We are brothers. I know that she wasn't comfortable with, at the time I was single, him being around me. When she has an agenda, she want to get married, she want to have kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. I understand it. Now as an adult, I understand it. Then I didn't. But nigga, you lying.
I'm not.
You're fucking lying. You are not going to, you gonna have a major issue with your lady hanging out with a whore that's her friend. You're fronting.
Can I tell you something?
And you gonna kick dirt on her every chance you get.
I'm gonna tell you a story, but I'm not gonna mention no names. No, this time I'm not mentioning no names. When my wife and I was hanging out with some people, they did their thing. They were hoes, and they were trying to come on to my wife. Those were my friends, and to a certain extent, I had to move her back, away from them.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not mentioning no names.
You ever invited just in the bed with you and your wife?
No.
Fucking liar.
No.
You a liar. You never tried it.
Never.
Yo, you was a fucking liar.
Went to my kids and my mother and them. I never invited another woman or another man with my wife or my girlfriend. I never did it.
But you trust her though.
I still trust her. But a
Why you need
woman,
to
a
pull
woman
back
or a
if
man,
those her friends.
a woman, them my friends.
So,
Not her
so if
friends.
they're your friends, and then well, they would have to be her friends if that's your wife. Wouldn't they have to become her friends too?
No. They can be together, but them my friends, and I know how them my friends are. But when I'm around, I'm gonna let her enjoy herself with them because they do know they enjoy herself. They really enjoy themselves. But when they start doing all that dancing next to each other, you know, like how girls do.
Girls always do that shit.
Okay, but I know how some of these girls are. See, you would never.
So let me ask you a question. If they're your friends and they weren't hers, how did they get introduced to your wife?
Because those are my friends. If my wife go where I go. And my friends, I trust my friends, but I know some friends.
So you didn't trust your wife, but you trust your friend.
No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, I didn't.
No, you put words.
But
You say.
I'm going by what you said. I'm going by what you said. But you said you was gonna pull your wife out.
I pulled her
back, rather.
I pulled her back.
Okay.
Because I know how some of them friends are.
But you trust the friends.
I didn't say that. I said I know my friends. I know some of them like women. I know some of them are hoes.
You didn't just say you trust your friends?
With me, I trust them.
But nigga, with you, it's her. Y'all one. Supposed to trust your friends with your woman.
Right.
Y'all are one. Y'all are one. Wait, with that being said, how many motherfucking friends do you have? How many people in your life right now you consider to be friends?
True friends.
Nigga,
I'm gonna say true friends, 3 out of 10. That are true friends. If I need them, they're there.
You got 10 people in your life that you could possibly be friends?
True friends, I'm gonna say
But
3
you
out of
only consider them 3.
3 out of 10.
Okay.
The rest of them are just
Juice.
close associates.
Juice.
Very close.
Juice, answer that question. Shit about to get real on this motherfucking podcast. And a lot of motherfuckers are gonna be upset. But it is what it is. We speaking truth to this motherfucker. Juice, how many people in your life you consider to be true friends? Don't get shot now, nigga.
Who the fuck said I was shot?
Damn long time for you to answer the question.
You better get the wind behind your back, get the ground beneath your feet, go on a blaze if you got to. Otherwise, you ain't shit. You might as well be dead your damn self.
Trying to tell me I ain't shit?
I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Yo, what we beefing for, man?
I don't know, nigga. You ready to die?
Yo, okay. Number 1 right here, and I honestly, like, friends that I can go to, I would probably say about 3 or 4. Like, if I needed something, with no problem, if they needed something from me, with no problem, no questions asked. All right, I don't even want to know shit. Just, all right, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
And that's great. For me, it's a hard one because I pressed the reset button on friendships not too long ago. I don't ask people for anything. I don't have to. I'm in a great space. We in a great space.
Yes.
I'm a hustler. I'm gonna get it by any means. I haven't put, when it comes to like the financial part, like I haven't put those friendships to the test. I don't need money. I don't need money from friends. So when it comes to friends, I probably need loyalty somewhat.
Air.
Yeah, air. But even with that being said, I paid for a therapist for 1.5 years. That was my friend. I signed a non-disclosure agreement for this person not to discuss all the things that I want to get off my chest. With that being said, if you cherish this shit and you cherish black men the way the fuck you claim to, right? With me telling my story as much as I do, repost my shit. Help me get to the next level. Encourage me to continue to go on.
And that's a good friend.
So with that being said, that ain't even fucking a friend. That goes with the main topic. What men want from women. Encouragement, stability, right? Support.
100% right. I agree with you.
Because I could be doing something totally different. We could be off these motherfucking cameras and I could have the other 2 friends that I claim to have, right? We ain't gonna get into that. We gonna say claim, right? And I could be talking about the things that I've talked about on the show, allegedly, doing things. And you could not meet the brother that your mother had 20 years ago, but instead, I'm in front of these motherfucking cameras. Right?
Yeah, shows a lot.
Podcasting. On the weekend, editing. I don't go anywhere. To catch me, you want to come hang out? Come to my house. Is that, am I friend?
If you're invited.
If you're invited, because then not everybody invited.
Yeah.
And I hope this episode, people got some sort of information from it, especially women. This show is for women. This show is basically, it's for women. It's for women to be a fly on the wall to get the inside. What we talk about, what men talk about. What we talk about at the barbecues, what we talk about at the barbershop, what we talk about amongst men.
Yeah.
It's an open forum. Please like, subscribe, share to our YouTube channel, and we enjoy you people from week to week. So with that being said, we gonna close out the show with
Hey guys.
We Rollin' Bitches.
See you next.